Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday. Hey guys, it's Madison and welcome back to my channel. Happy Vlogmas Day 4. I'm sorry about my voice. I'm actually getting a cold, I think. I've kind of had a stuffy nose and my throat's been sore, so I think I'm getting a cold, which is great because it's the beginning of Vlogmas and that's just what I wanted, you know? But it's okay. I've been drinking lots of fluids and doing a nasal spray and been getting cozy with my fresh balsam candle. I love this candle. So freaking nice. Anyway, y'all, for today's video, I'm going to do another sit-down-y talky video. I know it's Vlogmas and you guys are probably like, why not more vlogs? And I will do more vlogs, I promise. It's just these next week and a half for me is freaking insane. Really just this next week is freaking insane because I have exams and studying, and so once I'm done with exams, there'll be some vlogs, don't worry, there'll be some vlogs before then, but most of the vlogs are going to come once I'm home and chilling and all that jazz. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you guys about some tips and tricks to get through exam season in general, but especially when you have an eating disorder. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to just get through exam season, and then I'm going to give you tips and tricks to not give into your eating disorder during exam season. Okay guys, so first, how to get through exam season. I have some 5 tips for you guys that I use and have developed throughout my years of schooling and stuff to get through exam season, or just testing in general, because it can be really stressful, it can be really hard, and it sucks, honestly, but these things really help me, and I want to share them with you because I think they could really help you as well. So the first thing I do is don't start studying too early. And you guys are probably like, what the heck? Like, isn't the whole point to study? Yes, it is so important to study. And I used to be the person that would start months in advance studying for a final. And the thing is there has been research and studies shown that you shouldn't start studying a certain number of days before, because if you start too early, you're just going to forget everything and it's just going to get all clustered in your head. But if you start studying within that time period it says, you're going to do well and you're going to do the best you can. And so don't start studying too early, because 1, it stresses you out, and 2, it doesn't help you as much as you think it does. It really doesn't. My second thing is take frequent breaks. Don't just sit down and cram out for like 10 billion hours. Make sure you set breaks. You don't have to necessarily schedule them, because that might be hard. I mean, you might be a person that has to schedule them, and if that's you, then definitely schedule them. For me, I don't need to schedule them. So just try to give yourself frequent breaks so you can get something to eat, so you can recharge your brain and like do something fun, like watch an episode of a TV show. Usually what I do is I study for a couple hours and then I take a break and watch an episode or 2 of a sitcom I like, and then I'll go back into studying, because it kind of just like refreshes your brain and recharges it. I usually get something to eat, drink some water, just to kind of reset your brain, because if you don't take breaks, you're just going to get flustered and you're going to start forgetting stuff because you're going to overstudy. The third thing is to drink lots of water. I know a lot of you guys and me love your coffee. I have it right here. And that's totally fine to drink, but it's so important that before an exam and during an exam, you drink a lot of water, because water energizes you and recharges you. And I know you're like, well, coffee does the same, but the thing is coffee does it, but it also stimulates you. It can also cause a hard time for you to focus, which is counterintuitive, I guess, but it's okay to have coffee before an exam, but you also want to make sure you follow that up with lots of water. Number 4 is make sure you're eating regularly. You want to make sure you have snacks and meals, because food energizes your brain and it stimulates you, and if you don't eat very frequently and you don't snack a lot or whatever, you're not going to perform as well. You need food to focus, and if you're hungry, you're not going to focus on anything but your hunger. So definitely, especially on the day of your exam, eat. And then number 5 is take a deep breath and let yourself know that whatever happens, happens. And give yourself little rewards. So I know exams can be really stressful, and a lot of times we put everything in our grades and our exam scores, but the thing is like, it's just a number. And I know like some of you are like, no, it's my GPA, like I can't. And yes, that's okay to find that very important and to really focus on that, but that can't be your only focus. You have to also take a step back and realize that like, I have studied enough, as much as I can. I'm just going to take this exam and whatever happens, happens. And you have to get yourself to that point, because if you go right up to the test being like, I have to get an A, I have to get an A, I have to get an A, you're going to end up focusing so much on that when you get the test, you're not going to be able to answer the questions, because you're just going to focus on like, you're going to second guess yourself and be like, did I get that right? Oh, no, maybe it's wrong. And you'll just like end up probably doing worse than you would have if you hadn't done that, if you hadn't had that mindset. So just really try to look at yourself and take a step back and be like, it's okay. I've done as much as I can. I can't study anymore. I know what I know. I'm just going to take this test, and whatever I get is whatever I get. And that's what you have to do. So those are like some tips and tricks for exams in general. Now, for exams with an eating disorder and how to survive them and not give in, is some of them are similar and repeats, but some are different. First one would be to know your triggers. So if stress is not a trigger for you, then this is a piece of cake and it's not going to affect your eating disorder at all. But if stress is a trigger for you, which it is for a lot of people with eating disorders, aka me, know that, recognize that, and accept the fact that you're not going to let that trigger you. Because stress is a huge trigger for me. And so I always have to be hyper aware when I get stressed or when it becomes testing season that I'm going to get triggered, and I'm going to just have to ignore it and move on and keep doing life how I'm supposed to do life, because I have to do that. And it doesn't help me to give in to the trigger. So know your triggers. 2 is to get plenty of sleep. You want to make sure you're getting plenty of sleep in general, but especially with an eating disorder, because if you're not getting enough sleep, the eating disorder will think that will try to pickpocket it on other things, and it's not the truth. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Make sure you're eating plenty. As much as you might be a person that when you're really stressed, you're not hungry, but the thing is you are hungry and you still need to eat just as much, because if you stop eating as much, you're not going to perform as well. So you want to make sure you're still checking in with yourself and making sure you're eating as much as you can. Even if you're not getting as many hunger cues, I guarantee you're still hungry, because that's just the reality of it. Number 4 is to make sure you take some time to yourself. So, yes, exams can be stressful. Yes, you have to study. Yes, you want to do well. But make sure you take some time to yourself. Make sure you take some time to chill and do something at least once or twice a day. Do something you love. Whether that's watching something, reading something, listening to music, mixture of all of them. Just try to take 1 or 2 times a day, set aside, just you doing something you love. Unless that's hanging out with people, you can do that too. But I really highly suggest you take at least 30 minutes of your day to yourself doing something you love, because it really helps your mental health. And then my last one is to wake up each day and choose recovery. And I know that's easier said than done, but it's so true. If you wake up each day and choose recovery and choose to fight, it's going to get easier and easier and easier as you go on. If you wake up each day and choose recovery, it will get easier as you move throughout your day and week and months and years. But you have to honestly wake up and be like, I choose recovery. I don't care what it says. It's hard at first, but I know you can do it because I've done it, and I know you can do it. That's going to do it for Vlogmas Day 4. I hope you guys found these tips and tricks helpful. They really helped me, all of them. Even the ones that I said, like for eating disorders, those are just helpful in general. All of them around the board, across the board, are helpful, and I think you should try them out because they really help a lot. Anyway, guys, I hope you have been enjoying Vlogmas as much as I am. Make sure you check out the whole playlist down below of everything I've uploaded and my previous Vlogmas video, Day 3, down below. And I will love you guys so much. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 5. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, stay strong, and stay motivated, not queens. Bye.